Happy video day, guys. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a first impression of a bunch of new makeup, and I actually already tried on all this makeup. I already took off all the makeup off my face as well, and remembered that I didn't do an intro to this video. So I am back. I already know the outcome of this video, and I already took it off my face. So you don't even know what it's going to look like. But I do. What we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be trying out some new products. We're going to be trying out this new Kokie Professional Palette. This is the new palette that released from Kokie that I told you guys on Instagram. I was really excited to be trying out. We're going to be trying it out on this video. We're also going to be trying out the Fenty Concealer. This is the new Fenty Concealer from Rhianna. A lot of people have been talking about this, so I'm going to be trying it out for you guys. And we're going to try out, where'd it go? We're going to be trying out some MŌDA brushes. These are some new brushes that were actually sent to me by MŌDA, so I wanted to try out these for you on camera. So we're going to be trying out all these products together. And yeah, I've got some thoughts. I'll show you everything. We'll try it on. I'll tell you guys my thoughts, and we're going to get into all of that good stuff. So before we get into the video, if you guys like the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you guys can be part of the family. And also don't forget to give me your likes and comments. It does help the channel. And let's get right into the video. Now, if you guys saw my few videos back, I told you guys that MŌDA Brushes had sent me over a whole PR package with a bunch of different brushes. Well, I'm going to be using these brushes little by little in these videos. I wanted to show you guys the box that they sent though, because look how cool this is. They sent me over, if you guys saw me on Instagram, I did show you guys this, but they sent me over this box. Isn't that so nice? And inside it has a bunch of different products. I got so many different brushes in here. They sent me this one, they sent me another one, and we're gonna be playing with some of these today. So I wanna try out some of those brushes today. I do know that they sent me over one of my favorite sets. I love the sets that have these plastic handles. To me, they're just so easy to use. So I wanna see if I can try to use some of these brushes. Like always, if there's any brushes that I know I'm not gonna get a good use out of, I'm gonna include them in giveaways. So I will be, you know, looking for the ones that I know that I really want to use, and any that I think that I'm probably not going to get any use out of, I will include them in giveaway. I actually really want to play with this set here. I already opened this set, and I want to play with this set here. I want to play with putting on foundation with this brush, because I do know a lot of people say that these kind of brushes are fun to put on foundation with. So that's what we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to try out is the MŌDA brushes, the ones that look like this. They come in a set that has like, I'll put everything in the description box. It comes with all these different ones. Some of these I'll probably use, maybe one or two of them I'll put in a giveaway, but I am excited to try the foundation one. I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. Such a great foundation. I'm loving it. And we're going to try applying that to the face. And let's see how this brush works. Oh my god, I did get it in my... What I like about it is such a big brush that it's really like covering a lot of area at one time. And I don't have to like go over like 1,000 times. I do like that. I do feel like it's like a learning curve type of brush. It's different. I got it in my eye because I like went in like a crazy person. But it's a learning curve type of brush, I feel, because it is so much bigger than just like a regular kabuki. So I do think that you have to get used to it. However, I do love the fact that you get to like do so much at the one time. Like I literally just like put this over my face and I'm literally done. That is pretty good. So I do like that. I like how soft these bristles are. These bristles are extremely soft. Now I think coverage wise, I think that the regular kabukis bring a little bit more coverage. Like when I'm using the kabukis, I feel like I really get real full coverage. I should probably put it on my headband so I don't get foundation all in my hair like I always do. So for the most part, I think it's a decent brush. I'm gonna have to keep on playing with it so I can learn like the ways I like to use it the most. The only thing, like I said, I think that it doesn't give as much coverage. But I love the fact that it works so fast. Like this is like definitely a brush I would put on my foundation with right before I go to work, because I'd be like, and I'd be done, you know? And I don't have to sit there and like blend and blend. And actually it feels like it's blending this foundation out really good. So, and when it comes to the rest of them, I feel like the only other one I'll get use out of is this one. So I'm going to try putting concealer on with this one, and I think these two I'll probably put in a giveaway because I don't know if I would use those, but definitely this one I think is small enough for me to want to put on concealer with. So let's try that. So I'm going to be trying out this Fenty concealer. This is the new Fenty concealer by Rhianna, and I actually been wanting to try this, and I finally picked it up. So we'll be trying this out together. Ooh, okay, so looks just like this. Look how cool that is. That's such a cool packaging. And ooh, I think I got very yellow and very light, but let's see. Yeah, a little bit on the light side for me, but it's okay. It's definitely doable. And it's a little yellow. The only good thing is yellow does cancel out blue circles, like dark circles, so I do think it'll help me. But I would have liked a little bit warmer. Doesn't that look light? That looks light. Okay, so we're gonna use this Moda brush to blend this out. I don't like this brush for the concealer. I'm gonna have to play with this brush to use it for something else, but for concealer, it's moving around the product way too much. I'm just gonna use my Morphe E8 on this side. Oh yeah, you see like this one, it's not as dense and I feel like it really keeps like the concealer in place. So I do like my original brush better, definitely, to apply the concealer. So for concealer, not sure about that brush. But one thing I will tell you guys, I thought that this concealer was going to be more full coverage. It is not extremely full coverage at all. Like, I thought that this was like a real full coverage concealer. I couldn't have sworn people saying that it was very, very, very full coverage. It's not. It has coverage, but definitely the Huda Beauty concealer is way more full coverage than this. Tarte Shape Tape is way more full coverage than this. I like it. I like it more as an everyday kind of concealer for me, like one that I wouldn't like want to wear like when I really want to cover. Definitely does the job, but if you have like dark circles, I don't think that this is going to be enough coverage for you. You might need a little bit more coverage for sure. Now it blends really, really nice and it feels good on the skin. I like that. And I do think, look how nicely that blended into the foundation. I think it blended really nicely into the foundation. The only thing is I don't think that the coverage is definitely not full. And for me, that likes real full coverage because I do have dark circles, I like for the concealers to be really full coverage. I think it's a little bit too little of coverage. Like I'm probably going to have to go in and add a little bit of another concealer on top just to give a little bit more coverage, especially in the inner corners. So I'm just going to add a little bit of my L'Oreal in the inner corners. You see the difference between the color tones there though? So I'm just going to add this one in the inner corners to kind of, yeah, cover up a little bit better. I did add my L'Oreal in the inner corners to kind of cover a little bit more of the dark circles. I think it's a good concealer from what I'm seeing. It looks like it's going to be nice. I don't think it does enough coverage for me. I would have to use a more full coverage concealer on the inner corners and then use this one on the outer corners and kind of do a brightening effect. What I think I do like about this is it does not look like it's creasing. Like it looks like it might be one of those concealers that doesn't crease fast. So that I'm actually really liking. I'm going to go ahead and set my eyes just with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder to kind of like see how it works. I've been loving using just a powder like this to set my under eyes lately instead of going in like with a full like baking situation, because I don't know, it's just been a lot like I don't know, it feels like a lot more everyday for me, you know? Like not so full glam, and I've been really enjoying, and this powder is like okay, so I like the concealer for sure. The way it looks right now, it actually looks really, really nice. It looks very even. I like the way it blended. I feel like if you guys have dark circles, definitely this is not going to be enough coverage for you. I thought it was going to be more full coverage than it is. Like I said, I need to keep playing with this, so I'm going to keep on playing with that concealer more because obviously this is a first impression. But I definitely think the concealer is nice. I like the fact that it doesn't look like it's creasing at all. I think for me, and maybe for most people, this is going to be like an everyday kind of concealer and not like a full coverage, like going out and really wanting your eyes to look perfect kind of concealer. So I do like that because I wear my makeup different days. Like on the day-to-day, I don't really want a super full coverage concealer because my makeup, the rest of the makeup is like very calm. So if I put too much concealer on, it could look like what's going on under her eyes and her face looks like nothing, you know? So like I have different concealers. I have my everyday concealers are for my more natural makeup looks, and then my full concealers, which are for my full glam looks. This would go into my more natural concealers for me because I do have dark circles. But if you guys don't have dark circles, you might think that this is more of a full coverage, but for me, it's not. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of the stuff on my face, and then we're gonna jump into the eyeshadow palette. Super excited. We're gonna be jumping into this new Kokie Pro eyeshadow palette. I saw this and I was like, this is so cool. Now, I need to show you guys this really fast so you guys can see how it looks kind of similar. So it looks like this. It kind of has like this foam in the middle, kind of reminds you of something. It has like a patent fake leather, very fake leather, and it smells a lot like glue. Like it smells a lot like glue. And then when you open it up, it looks like this. Look at the inside, isn't that pretty? I thought it was such a pretty palette. That is so pretty to me. But then when I was looking at it, I was like, God, it looks a little familiar. And I don't think it's a dupe for the Natasha Denona Gold palette. It's definitely not a dupe for it, but it definitely has a mimic of it. It has that like foamy kind of carton, and then this has like that fake leatherette kind of look. And this is kind of doing like the same thing. It has like that, you know, same kind of look, and then it has that, you know, kind of same layout. Definitely they're not dupes for each other. However, I think these are definitely not dupes for each other, but I definitely think that this is very highly inspired by the Natasha Denona palettes. But let's see the formula. Let's see how good this works, because they are calling this their professional, Kokie Professional, the Pro Collection. So I'm assuming that I'm gonna get some pro colors in here. I will tell you, looking at the palette, they look hard pressed. I'm not sure how they're going to work, but I'm excited. I'm very excited. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into this brush right here. This is from MŌDA, and this is their crease brush. You know, these are kind of like travel size ones. I wonder if I'm going to get any use out of these, or these are too small. You know, guys, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to actually put this aside for now because they actually might be too small. I might actually have better luck with one like this one, but I'll look at them. But I do have this MŌDA crease brush that I have, so I'm going to use this one first. And I don't even know what I want to do with my look. I have no clue. Should have planned a little bit, but I'm gonna just jump into this natural looking color right. Ooh, those are powdery, which actually could be a good thing for me because I'm thinking pigment. So this color is just like a plain base color, like basically is like the color of my skin. Actually, it has a little bit of sheen in it, doesn't it? I almost feel like that color had a little sheen in it. Huh. Okay. How did that have sheen in it? I guess it does. I don't know. Yeah, I think it has a little sheen in it. I couldn't tell. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just... What color? What do I want to do with my eyes? So I'm going to jump into this color here. Let's just bring that... Okay. Okay. Not what I was expecting. Now that first color kind of threw me off because it has a little sheen in it and I wasn't expecting that, and it's not really what I wanted. But this matte is working really good on top. I can't get over the smell of the glue. It's the packaging glue. It's not the shadows. I believe it's the packaging glue, and it's so strong. Like, you have to air out this palette. Like, I would tell you, like, put this aside and let it air out just to get rid of that packaging glue. It's so fragrant. Oh my god, it drives me nuts. But I don't think it's the shadows. I don't know. It just smells like chemicals. That brown blended really good. Ugh, I can't get over the smell though. Why does it smell so much? I wish that it didn't have such a strong smell of chemicals, but it does. It has a very strong chemical smell. Okay, so then I'm going to jump into this color here. Bring it in the crease. I'm actually pretty impressed, guys, with these mattes. I'm going to jump into this color here. Kind of use that at the edge. Like my blending color. This is so pigmented for being a $20 palette. This is very pigmented, I have to admit, and having so many colors. So let me try one of these brighter colors. I'm gonna try, I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna try this color right here, just on a brush. pretty pigmented. Guys, that's pretty pigmented. Let me take, hold on, let me spray the brush. Can't find my Fix Plus, so I'm just gonna use my all-nighter setting spray. I'm just gonna spray a little bit on here. Yeah, they definitely perform better wet, but they perform good dry. Guys, I'm honestly in shock right now. I really am in shock right now. I wish it didn't have that real chemical smell. Like, that might be like the only turn off to people, is that it really has a strong smell. I'm gonna jump this color. This is really pretty. I'm gonna jump into this color right here and just put it in the center. Look how that even worked. I'm just gonna get this dark color one more time and just like accentuate the crease. So they are super powdery, especially the mattes. So I kind of try to go over like the top a little bit with a matte, and it kind of fell a little bit on the shimmery color. So I would say don't do that, or do it really light-handedly. But that's just playing with eyeshadows and seeing how they work. And a lot of eyeshadows do that to me. So that's not like a deal breaker or anything like that. It's just something to note. Just gonna grab this color and mix them together. That looks really cool. All right, I'm just gonna put on some liner and mascara, and then we'll come right back. I'm just getting a little green here. I think the eyeshadow palette works great. All right, guys, and that is the finished look. What do you guys think? I'm pleasantly surprised, but I'm like super pleasantly surprised. Like, I'm actually shocked, to be honest. I didn't think that this eyeshadow palette was going to blend that good, because when I was looking at the palette, I was kind of like judging it, saying, oh god, like they look kind of like hardly pressed. Like, I thought this wasn't going to have that much pigment. This is like the complete opposite of what I thought. The pigment is amazing. The shimmers are working really great, and they actually looked good dry or wet, which is not what I expected at all. The only thing is the smell is so strong coming from this palette, and I think it's the glue that they probably used to kind of like glue this kind of like foam together. It's the only thing I could think. I mean, I don't want to think that it's the eyeshadows that have that strong smell, but it smells so much like chemical that it's actually kind of annoying. When you put it on your eyes, you don't smell it anymore, but if you're holding this up and like you're trying to put on your makeup, you do smell it pretty strong. That's the only thing that's kind of like detouring me from being like, this is an amazing palette, because that smell is so strong. Now, I wonder if I leave this out, airing out for a while, and it's not in the packaging and everything, that maybe it'll lose that scent. So of course, when I do my review follow-ups, I'll let you guys know if the scent disappeared. But for right now, the smell is very strong, but the eyeshadows work pretty damn amazing. Like, if you guys are a makeup artist and you guys just need a palette to use on clients and stuff, this is like really good. I also think that this is a very handy palette. I think it has almost every color you could think of. Like, it's a beautiful palette. It works so much better than I would have thought. I actually think that this is worth the 20 bucks that I paid for it. It's just, I wish that for the $20 they didn't have that strong scent to it, because I feel like ColourPop's eyeshadows are like $12. I got a palette for 12 bucks. It doesn't have a scent. So that's the only thing that I'm a little bit annoyed with, but besides that, this is really pretty damn phenomenal, guys. I'm actually beyond impressed. I will tell you, beyond impressed. So if you do look, you get 24 shades in the palette, so that is pretty impressive. I do think that the quality is there. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these for you. think that the mattes swatch really bad. I mean, like, they're not the worst swatchy mattes, but they're pretty bad swatchy mattes. But the metallics definitely swatch really, really well. So, I mean, I'm telling you, this palette kind of shocked me. That one right there is a win. I actually really like it. I'm going to let you guys know in my review follow-up how it has lasted and everything, but guys, I'm in shock. That was 20 bucks and you get a bunch of eyeshadows. I thought it was really good. So then these two brushes, I liked this one a lot for foundation. I think it worked really nice. I like the way it blended everything. I think it also put it on very fast and I am always in a hurry. So that is gonna work out good. This one I don't like for concealer. I'm gonna have to keep on playing with this to see what I would like it for. Maybe for cream contour to help contour out cream contour, but definitely for concealer, not my favorite, not what I would use it for. But of course, it depends on what you use things for, guys. And then finally, what was the last thing I tried? Oh, the Fenty. Ooh, if you don't remember it, couldn't have been that memorable. Okay, and the last thing that I tried was the Fenty concealer. I think it's a good concealer. I think it's a good everyday concealer. I think that, let's see how my eyes look right now. I'm not creasing, which is definitely a good sign. There's no creasing underneath the eyes, which is definitely a good sign. That makes me happy. So I definitely think this is a good everyday concealer. I still have the same thoughts. I think that it is not the most full coverage, and I think it'll be a good everyday concealer, but definitely for people who like full coverage, that is not the one for you. I think that all these products were pretty decent. I think I had a very, very good and very unexpected turnout with this one. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video.